Oh, Magyk. Magyk, what's wrong?
Yeah, I'm so sad with what happened to Coco Melon in this new episode. It's really got me. It's really hard.
Anyway. I'm here with Magyk, my drag sister, who just seems so shaken up and so out of it right now. I don't know what's going on with her.
What?
I'm concerned about her.
I'm fine.
You were just crying just a moment ago.
That was about Coco Melon. Oh, am I supposed to be sad about getting eliminated from the Nerve?
I thought so.
Why would I care? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it did suck. It sucked, Diva. I cried for a day and then I got over it because I'm an adult. Work.
There you go. That's how you do it. You cry for a day, then you get over it.
Period, sis.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. Mrs. Helena Handbasket here with the Audacity, the unofficial after show for The Gall, the official review show for The Nerve here in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm joined this evening with my first guest, thatmagyk. She is my drag sister. She is an inspiration for me and someone who actually pulled me back into the drag scene itself. What makes the Audacity a little different than all the other shows is I will only be interviewing the losers. So let's turn to one now.
You shady bitch. Yes. So unfortunately, I was the second eliminated contestant from The Nerve, Lawrence, Kansas's premier drag competition, which was a major shock to me. The Nerve is a 9-week competition being held here, hosted by Dorothy and The Dolls, our local drag collective. 9-week competition. First week, no one went home.
First week was Dream Drag, what you've always wanted to do.
Each week has a different theme. Last week, I was in the top 4 for Gender Bender, presenting an alternate gender persona.
Which is where we met Wizard,
who got me in the top 4. And then this last week was Filth. Filth is my politics, to do a shocking, nasty performance. And I shit the bed.
Which, honestly, if you would have done that,
I probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
No, so I performed a number as like slutty Rapunzel with romanticy TikTok audios from Ryan Green Asher, Asher.
Sure.
A TikTok comedian. She's really funny. And I did a number where I revealed to have like a 30-foot long pussy braid that I tried to jump rope unsuccessfully, and during jump roping ripped my wig off.
It was quite
and then forgot my own lyrics because of the stress. And then at the end, we tried to double dutch with my giant pussy braid, and it kept not being seen, disappearing into the darkness. Yeah. So I think I kind of floundered overall. My concept was weaker than other people's. My performance, my props malfunctioned. And I overall just didn't perform to what I could have. I could have had a lot cleaner performance.
Is there any specific part or faux pas that you feel like is what sent you home?
I think it was the wig. I think if my wig would have stayed on and my gags were a little bit cleaner, I think I could have been safe.
Right.
I really think it was the wig coming off was just like an easy like signed, sealed, delivered.
Sure.
I'm not a filth girl. Like, This is a hard challenge for me. I like to be a pretty lady. Just a demure
7
pretty
foot
lady.
tall Amazonian woman.
I'm so petite and 7 feet tall. You just want to take me home.
Where's the petite part?
I love lying.
You have tiny feet.
I do. I have tiny little feet.
I'll give you that.
I don't know. I love to live in delusion. I love to lie. That's just the truth. I mean...
Yeah. Did you practice at all with jump roping?
Yes!
Okay.
And you know what's crazy is, like, it worked at home.
Well, I did notice, because I helped, like, when we had Jackrabbit on stage.
Yeah.
I helped, and I noticed every time it would hit the spotlight, it would just, like, disappear. You couldn't see that sucker at all.
Yeah.
And so I think that might have really contributed to the downfall of it.
You know, picking an item that is not a jump rope to be a jump rope.
I mean, Jax did it on Drag Race with her hair.
I think it was different though, because she had, so I'd always wondered why. When you look at her wig, she had metal rings.
Oh, yeah.
And they
so it would glide a little easier.
So it spun independently, because the ip I immediately ran into when I was test jumping the jump rope is when I held the one side that was, you know, connected to my coochie meow meow.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It spun and wrapped up on itself. So because as you're spinning,
it would get too tight and then it would lock up.
Well, yeah, and then it would like twist around itself and things. So it was.
That's also why jump ropes have the plastic handles.
Yes, because it spins freely.
Slide.
Yeah. And so when we did the double dutch, it was no issue because we're going one motion together, but it was like wrapping in up on itself. So I don't know. It was just. It was. I've had really clean performances prior to this, all said and done, but I picked such an unwieldy prop and I didn't weigh the variances of like how that actually was going to work in reality. I just thought that the spectacle was going to make up for it.
What do you feel like you would have done different? Like if you had to go back in time and you could fix this, what would you
think I would have just tried a different concept, honestly, because I think what I picked, even if I'm not a filth queen and I'm not obsessed with filth or really interested in like that as a performance style for me, I should have just picked something simpler with less props and just made sure it was clean. Because a clean performance will do better over an interesting idea every day.
A clean, filthy performance.
Yes, a clean, filthy performance. And so I think if I would have just picked something more traditionally filthy and not like me trying to come up with this camp idea, and had of just like, I mean, I have that fucking roach dress
that you wore for Halloween.
That I wore for Halloween this year.
Oh, last year.
Last year. But yeah, I think had I just picked a different concept that was more simply clean and just focused on surviving this week, because I really thought like, oh, if I have these crazy spectacles, I'll be in the top and I'll prove that like you can do filth without having to be like covered in.
You can do camp filth.
Yeah. And I think the other thing is just people had a lot more stronger messages than I did. And, you know.
What was your message?
A great question, Ellen. No, 100%. I think like.
Can I say what I think your message was?
Absolutely.
So what I got from the performance is your message is you're a dirty whore who wants to be fucked by book characters.
Yeah.
Was that close?
Yeah. So originally the number was originally going to be it's like was born from my original like talent show dream number, and that was going to be a number about a girl discovering romantasy novels and how filthy they were. And it was going to be like sitcom style where it was like, oh, I'm a high school, middle school girl who's like snuck this filthy book into my bedroom and I'm opening it. And in the TikTok audios were going to be passages from the book. And I was going to like slam it shut and be like, oh my God, I'm so crazy. And this number was going to end with like a knock at the door from my mom and me being like, I'm not horny. I don't know what you're talking about. And then when I heard that there was Filth Week, I was like, oh, I could retool this into like, I am the romantasy protagonist and I'm filthy, because those audios are so like over the top exaggerations of what happens in these smutty romantasy novels. But I found that, and then I was looking through songs and went directly to Cupcake, phenomenal artist, obviously for Filth.
Right.
And saw she had a song called Rapunzel about having a long pussy braid. Or no, not even that, just having a bush. And truth be told, when I went to Wichita with Kitten and Miss Edible, we met a drag queen down there who had the best cheers I've ever heard before, which was "Cheers to Louise." Her pussy hair hung down to her knees. She knitted them together and made herself a sweater, and now her pussy will never freeze. And so I thought of that and then was like, oh, I can make this crazy long pussy braid. And then I thought of Jax, obviously, from Drag Race. And I was like, oh, if I jump rope my pussy braid, if I have these filthy audios.
And the crabs that were prominently featured within the braid.
I was like, that's sufficiently filthy, especially for somebody like me who's just not That's just not my brand.
Right.
Yeah.
You did phenomenal in week 1. You did phenomenal in your promo look.
Yeah.
You were in the top in week 2.
Yes. Crazy narrative. Got in the bottom, immediately eliminated. No salvation, nothing. No continuation.
How was it lip syncing for your life against Felina?
Girl, I shit my pants. Literally. I was like, oh, when I got put in the bottom, it was me, Rose Champagne, and Felina Ravenna. And immediately I was like, okay, well, out of those two, I'd rather lip sync against Rose, even though Rose is the closest person to me in the competition currently out of the competitors. I mean, we immediately, when we heard each other were in the competition, we just like connected. And I was like, well, I don't want to lip sync against Felina, but I don't want to send Rose home because also I don't think Rose should have been in the bottom, to be completely honest. So I was really just hoping that I would get saved, and it would have been like, okay, well, I shit the bed, I fucked up, but I can learn from this. I can move on. The next week is a design challenge.
A redemption arc for yourself.
I thought there was. And then I got in the... Obviously, that didn't happen. Rose got saved. And so it was just me and Felina. And immediately I went, oh, okay, because Felina's phenomenal lip syncer, phenomenal dancer. Also, I'm in full hip pads, titties, and a corset, and she's just in clothing, which she promptly took off. And to be completely honest, I felt like I held my own in the lip sync.
You, honestly, from my history with you and watching you do lip syncs and things, you did so well, because I also was very nervous for you when it was announced that it was you and Felina.
Yeah.
And to watch you match her pace, her abilities during that lip sync, there was a moment when the two of you were walking in sync with each other towards the judges.
In the moment, it felt fierce.
It gave chills. Like, it was really good. I was very surprised by how well you did with that lip sync. And I really thought, from the beginning of it, where I thought, oh, bye to Magyk, to the end where it was,
well, shit, I don't know which way this is going to go.
I don't know how they're going to decide.
Yeah, up till the final seconds, I was like, it could be either of us.
So if nothing else, like, be incredibly proud of yourself.
I'm so thankful. I was terrified that, like, the moment I would get in the bottom, I would get knocked out because I would just freeze up, or I would be against fucking Tandy doing cartwheels, or whoever doing crazy shit. And yeah, I mean, it is kind of crazy that I feel like I did good enough to consider it could have gone either way to be selected, and still, even then, my drag mom still said, nope, go home, bitch. Not to my house, but go home.
You don't have to go home, but you just can't stay here or come over.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. I think getting eliminated was not a possibility I had factored.
Right.
Like, I had all of this planning, all of this thought about, honestly, at least making it to the semifinals, if not all the way. I really felt like if I could have made it past Filth, I was fine. There was no other week I was really super worried about, just because of the criteria or whatever. I knew I had something that I could show.
And I know this next week is going to be a design challenge, which you are known for creating your own looks, creating your own hair.
Yeah, which I am
doing those pieces.
Done none of currently. I'm wearing a flat wig. I mean, I guess I did make this.
Yeah, let's talk about this for a moment.
Little outfit.
What's happening here?
Well, let's just be completely transparent. I haven't opened that suitcase.
You?
Yeah. My normal corset, my pads, the titties in there, sopping wet, freezing cold because they've just been in my car.
It's gonna smell like a horse glue factory.
No, it does not smell great. I need to wash them, but I didn't want to. So
Mr. Handbasket is in the background making faces of disgust.
Yes, he should.
Currently.
It was gross. I pulled them out and everything was still wet, and I went,
that's not a me problem right now.
Absolutely. Zip. I said, let's wear something else. Maybe the titties and the pads aren't.
Was there a specific look you were going for tonight? Was there a reason for this?
Yes. So, I mean, we went to every Friday at Henry's. There's Drag Race viewing party. Henry's upstairs in Lawrence. Kitten and Lammy host a Drag Race viewing party, and Drag Race is famously impossible to find online nowadays. So might as well just go to the viewing party, see it. And tonight was Light of 1,000 Lammies. I don't know if I necessarily fit that brief perfectly. I
mean, you're mostly naked.
I am mostly naked.
You're wearing a corset and a bra.
Corset bra. There are panties.
There are panties.
I'm not going to get up and show them.
That's a lammy boots
Corset
look.
bra panties.
Speaking of Sunday,
Yes.
so you've been eliminated.
Yes.
We've covered that.
Yes.
Are you going to show up as your regular self? Are you going to show up as Magyk? Are you going to still try to be part of the themes?
Absolutely. No, of course. I got to show these bitches what they're missing. And I got to show them that they were wrong for getting rid of me and that it was a huge fucking mistake. I am sewing something crazy. I will be decked out in a beautiful garment.
Well, and hopefully next week you can join me as a co-host for the Audacity.
Yes.
For whomever gets eliminated this week, so that we can interview them. And I'd like for you to wear that outfit so you can show it off.
Of course, I will.
And make sure that anybody that happens to watch us gets to see what
absolutely.
you've been working on.
Eliminated sucks. Obviously, like, now I can't win the prize package. I'm not going to be able to show off more beautiful performances. And
you're not going to get a whole year of free admission to Dorothy and the Dolls shows.
Diva, I'm just going to start walking in. They can try. Call security on me. See what happens. I'll be 6'7" in drag and fucking try to take me on.
Period. Just in drag.
No, I'm going to be back every week. I love my fellow competitors. I think the relationship that immediately we started building with each other was gorgeous. It was so fun to see how excited everybody was for each other. And I have no ill will against these girls. Now, some of these judges, just be careful if you catch me next to a tall flight of stairs. Watch your back.
But we can't have a show revolving around the idea of elimination and interviewing the people that get kicked out without having an opportunity to spill a little tea. So if you'll hold Mrs. Potts there to be able to spill some tea here. I'm going to start with some easy questions. Okay. So who do you have in the competition that you're rooting for? Who do you want to see make it all the way down?
Yes. I'm Team Rose Champagne. That's my Lawrence sister. I've always kind of felt that we were in this same kind of, like, not officially part of the Dolls, but like close friends to the Dolls. And I've been so happy to get to know her more. And I think she has so much to show. And I feel like the judges aren't quite getting it. But like I am. I'm seeing what she's putting out every week. And I love the ideas. I love the concepts.
I think her first week was a little shaky.
Yeah.
But I think her second week, she improved significantly. And her third week was good.
Which, like, let me just say this for the judging. I think it's criminal on a concept week to assign, like, while you're judging, assign a new concept to the competitor that doesn't align with what they presented. Like, she very clearly was like, I'm a horny girl. I'm into piss. Come drink my piss. And then walked around with fucking a bag of wine strapped. A bladder of wine.
Spiked lemonade, actually.
Was it spiked lemonade?
Yes, because I drank one of it. So,
and I thought that was so fun. And like, the song said "Drink the Kool-Aid, don't drink the Kool-Aid," but like, how many songs out there are there out there about drinking piss?
Right.
Well, that are like obviously about drinking piss.
I don't know.
That's not something that I would
normally Google.
So I don't think she should have done the bottom last week. I think she did phenomenal.
I agree. I think she did really, really well. And I like this progression that we continue to see.
And I want to see, I want to see more. I want to see her blossom into this fierce competitor that I know she is.
Okay. So how do you feel that when I did Helena's Hold Up and I interviewed Helena after you got eliminated, Helena said Rose should be the next one to go home.
But that's the pageant answer. It's so easy to be like, well, she's been at the bottom 3 times. That's so easy.
All right. Well, then who do you think should go home next?
Who do I think should go home? Ooh, I'm excited. Well, I'm curious to see what everybody brings. Because there are definitely people who we know can't sew.
Right.
Who have like blatantly told us.
And I'm interested to see, are they going to hot glue? Are they going to get a friend to sew for them? Like, what's happening here? Was that in the rules? Could you get somebody else to sew for you?
I don't think they care.
Okay. Just as long as it's
if you know the person.
Altered in some form. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I may or may not be offering some help to people in the competition. If they've been asking for it, I will happily help. I have no qualms about doing that, even before I got eliminated.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see. We know certain people. Miss Serotonin has had her own fashion line come out where she had she had a whole runway. So I'm curious if she's going to rise to the occasion or not.
Sorry, sidetrack, but Serotonin's fashion line. She made this amazing daisy dress that had like the bloom of the flower towards the top of the dress. I love it. I want one so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yes.
No, yeah, she's done it before. Serotonin recently lost a bunch of weight, right? So we know that. So proud of her. I think it's awesome. But her pre-weight loss and post-weight loss feels like two different kinds of drag. And her pre-weight loss felt like it aligned a lot more with her fashion tastes. And post-weight loss, it feels like she's trying to find this new, how do I operate in this new body with this newfound confidence as a man versus as a woman. And I'm very curious in these different personas how she's going to navigate that, because I mean, not to be shady, but I feel like her outfits so far, other than Filth Week, that gorgeous velvet piece, have been not the best. I mean, quite simply. I mean, week one she had sequin bra panties, and then week two she put on just a simple halter orange dress that didn't fit the best because she wasn't in full guiche. So I'm really interested to see what she's going to do. And how she's going to highlight that.
So are you saying that you think she's going to struggle this week and she might be the next one on the way out?
I think she's either going to do really, really great or it's going to be bad.
Okay.
I think it's possible. But I think there's other people who could be like that. So I'm not trying to harp on just her.
Yeah.
I just know that's.
I mean, I specifically asked you the question. So
yeah. I think she could either be fierce competition or she's going to let this new body get in the way. I'm curious to see how it's going to go.
Gotcha. Okay. This isn't spilling the tea moment, but you mentioned the bodysuit for last week, right?
Yeah.
Did you hand paint the tattoos?
Oh, yeah.
On there?
Yeah. That was like, again, one of those things where I got too lost in the sauce on my number, where I didn't think about how effective it would be. I hand drew all those tattoos with just Sharpie.
And I felt like there were a number of meme references
in
there as well.
There were cool S's. There were dick butts. I had Shrek with like
the sassy Shrek.
Sassy Shrek with the nails and big lashes on my ass. I had all sorts of funny references and different things. I had live, laugh, love across my shoulder. I had I love kitten on my arm, like a sailor tattoo. I had all sorts of fun things, but like there was no time for the judges to see that. And even though look wasn't an important element of that week, I still know
it's still what you want to do and how you portray your drag.
Absolutely.
All right. So what have you learned from performing in The Nerve? And is there anything that you're going to take with you from this?
Absolutely. I learned so fucking much. Even though, second eliminated 3 weeks in, I have so much I've taken away from The Nerve that I will hold with me forever. And I'm so thankful for, even if I think the judges are a bunch of, rotted gutter bitches who can burn in the fiery pits of hell. I love you. I'm kidding. They know I love them. Even though I might have pressed feelings about being out so early, I will never look at a performance the same way. I finally got to implement critiques and notes I've had for ages. I mean, Kai drops beautiful nuggets of truth if you ever get to talk to her after a show. She's one of the best people to talk to about drag because she will just find the one piece of knowledge you need and give it to you, whether you like it or not.
She might not be the nicest about it, but she's
but
almost always correct.
That's what you need. And she had talked to me previously about how to construct a number, and that the way she and I think about drag performances is incredibly similar.
Yeah.
And how you structure a number and have like a plan and know like, oh, when the song changes this, I want to do this thing if there is time.
Right.
And I finally got to put that into practice. I'd never really taken it seriously. I mean, I did, but I never like properly implemented it until I had the nerve with my wizard performance for week 2. And that was awesome. And it radically changed how I want to think about numbers. Like, never again do I just want to have, I have a cunty outfit. I picked out a cunty song and I learned the lyrics.
This new song came out. I need to perform it at the bar.
Yeah. Instead, like, I come from an art background. I have a degree in illustration. I spent years studying performance art and all sorts of different things. And I want every single moment I'm on stage to be a small performance art piece. I want to like, it doesn't have to be political necessarily. It doesn't have to like have a crazy narrative.
Right.
But like, I want it to
you want it to be more than just not
that there's anything wrong with that, because there's beautiful times for that. And I would love to still do that within my numbers. But as long as there's a point of view and a lens, I want to construct my numbers more. I think that's definitely a big thing. And I'm also really thankful that the nerve pushed me to start sewing again, because I had really stopped for so long. And I don't think it's crazy to say, like, I have a dream to, like, be on Drag Race one day, and I want to start creating looks of that level, and I know I'm capable. And I never had a reason to before other than just own self-motivation, which self-motivation fucking sucks. I mean, how many times have you and I talked about sitting here wanting to do something like this?
Right, and it took you being eliminated from a show.
Me getting, well, you know, small blessings, small blessings. Everything is a blessing in disguise. I could sit here and be bitter and pissed and throw a fit and cry and mope, or I could...
Like what I did when I didn't get into the nerve.
I mean, same. I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Diva, I got eliminated. The way I ran up back to that stage, I ripped my drag off. I looked at Jackrabbit. I said, "Manservant, take this fucking titties off me. Get them off me now. If you don't help me get out of these titties, I'm gonna fucking scream." And then the way I grabbed all my shit, shoved it in that fucking suitcase, and I flew down them stairs, left.
I believe you told me too. You drove home an hour away in just silence.
I never do that. I'm a crazy person. There's always music, podcast, something on in my car. Dead silence. I didn't even cry. I was so overstimulated. I blinked and I got home. But even that night, later on in the night, I talked to Jackrabbit some more, and you know, we got over everything. Yeah, it's been an amazing learning experience. I think a blessing in disguise. Obviously, I wish I could still be in the competition, right. And I wish it could have just been like a come to Jesus moment, a wake up. But I don't want to say I'm thankful for getting eliminated. But
no, I mean that's ridiculous. I don't know anybody that would be like, "Oh, thank you so much that I got eliminated."
Thank you for embarrassing me in front of all sorts of people to know that my own drag mother hates what I do, and then I don't know, like
maybe just a little like over the top there. But yeah,
but it is what it is, and I mean, no ill will to the judges. They did their job. I flopped. I'm not stupid. I don't need people to sit here and be like, "You were amazing."
You don't have to hold Mrs. Potts anymore unless you really want to. I just thought that'd be a fun little addition for a moment for talking about, you know, who you think you want to win and who you think you want to have go home next. So I feel like we've talked for a little while now.
Okay.
I'm curious, where can people find you?
I'm on everything at thatmagyk, THAT, and then MAGYK, because you know what? I'm a nerd, and I'm weird and special. Of course. So you find me on all socials. Instagram's where I'm the most active. I do have a Twitter and some other pages, but I mostly post on Instagram. Hopefully you can find more of us in the future, as we have now started Ham Productions, Helena and Magyk, and we're also two fat piggies. And if that makes you uncomfortable, think about your own fat phobia. Eat shit. Anyway, I don't know why I did that, but I did.
Do you have any shows coming up?
Oh, yes. I have a couple, thankfully. Well, I think you cursed me with one of them, but...
Well.
So...
That's the power I have.
Yes. So here for St. Patrick's Day at Lucia.
March 15th.
On March 15th, we'll be having some sort of show.
Some sort of show. It hasn't been fully named yet. No, but we're working on it.
But there will be a St. Patrick themed show that'll be all about unicorns and rainbows and
magic.
Really things. Me. I love that. I just completely domineered the word magic now.
Yeah. No, it's
a joke all the time.
Yeah.
And now
weekly or some form of this. If it's not the Audacity, we're going to be doing something on our
you wait.
Ham
There's
Productions.
There's
YouTube
more coming
page
from us. If you want to see two fat nerds ramble about truly anything.
In one of us mediocre drag, the other in amazing drag.
Diva, I feel like I'm giving mediocre tonight. I'm flat wig, no titties.
I'm literally wearing a sequence covered sheet.
That's what you always wear.
I know.
But you have good drag. Your makeup looks gorgeous tonight.
Well, thank you. I did
this lighting is, I hope, beautiful. I think we set it up nicely.
We'll see when we watch it back.
100%.
All right. Was there anything else? Is there any parting words of wisdom you want to leave our viewers with this evening?
Yes. Drag is art. Art is subjective. This competition innately has a rotating panel of judges. So if they don't like what you made one week, it's just what those 3 judges made. I mean, there's no continuity in this competition. Even if they say that, you know, there's a pair of Dorothy girls meeting every week, I've never seen all of them agree on something. As long as you know that what you presented is something that you wanted to present and that you're trying something different or putting yourself out there, that's all that fucking matters. Regardless of whether you get eliminated or not, is not a reflection on who you are. your drag, your capability. It's just how the cards felt that week. Now, can you feel some sort of way about who was in charge that week and maybe could have swayed it in your favor or not? Absolutely. Love yourself, love your art. Drag, it takes such fucking chutzpah to get up there and present something anyway. And the fact that all of our competitors are doing this is crazy, is awesome. And I hope to see them all more. There's only so much opportunity, and being able to support each other and be in community is so fucking rewarding. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep being there every week because I love these other competitors and they deserve an audience. They deserve to have their drag be seen. And I want to build a relationship with every single one of them.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
It takes just such an amazing amount of nerve to be in any kind of competition, and especially to be in something new like this that's just starting out and getting its own footing and growing and having its own pains.
Yeah.
Amazing competitors. Well, thank you so much, Magyk, for joining me this evening. I've really enjoyed just getting to chat with you. I know it's not much different than what we do all the time, but it's kind of fun to do it in front of a camera for a change. So thank you for joining us this evening on our first episode of The Audacity, the unfiltered, unofficial talk show revolving around The Gall, which is the review show of The Nerve, which is the competition here in Lawrence, Kansas. Once again, I'm Helena Handbasket. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, give it up for Magyk one more time. Thanks. Have a great and blessed night.